As students initiate their journey in higher education, it's important for them to understand that our world is interconnected. To become successful more now than ever, one must obtain a global experience and be able to interact with multiple cultures and critically analyze global issues. Studying abroad offers the opportunity to discover and see the world from a different perspective. Hence, time and interactions in a foreign country can enrich your education and reshape your personal paradigms, all while learning valuable skills that increase your job marketability. My interview was actually a former high school student. I actually helped her with the admission process as she began at San Jacinto Community College, as she just recently studied abroad. She went over to Spain during this last semester, and she is pursuing a degree in international business and was highly recommended to complete a study abroad program before graduation. Although the focus of my interview was on study abroad, her membership to multiple various other groups obviously has or had an influence in her experience. Her journey through college has been about independence. She comes from a very traditional Mexican family, and her progressive views have not always been praised. She mentioned that although she knows that her family has and will continue to support her, she feels that she has not always been able to be transparent with her parents. She explained how it was a struggle to make them understand the benefit of moving into a residence hall when she transferred to UH. Um, because when she arrived to UH, she quickly learned that her classmates had a great social life, many of them living on campus. She pointed out that she wanted to have this new experience and live without that constant scrutiny of her parents. She felt that in order for her to truly get to know who she really was and what her convictions were, she needed to join the campus community and step away from the traditional norms um, in her family. Her parents weren't too excited about her plan to study abroad when she explained her plans, but because she had earned a scholarship to attend, she wasn't going to let them stop her from going and experiencing an adventure. In her time abroad, she explained that she felt a student 24/7. Every interaction in and outside of the classroom allowed her to learn something new about the people, the culture, and herself. Something as simple as shopping for groceries became a quest. She mentioned that when she landed in Spain, she promised herself to never hold back, to ask questions, to and to remember that her parents were far away, which was interesting for her to say that they were not going to be able to critique her. So just emphasizing how much pressure I guess she has been um, throughout her um, college journey. One can imagine her time abroad was a perfect stage for her to develop those inner struggles. She pointed out that one of the main reasons she went abroad was to experience independence. She had never before had to look for an apartment or made decisions about who to live with, and so all these new um, um, experiences were very liberating. Although she is a native speaker, she quickly learned that there is a notable difference in how they speak in Spain. She did, however, appreciate how her peers were very understanding and saw it as a way to also learn from her. She does um, credit her experience about for giving her the courage to confront her sexual identity. Her situation here in the States with her family had not afforded her the opportunity or the courage to disclose her sexual orientation to her family. She stated that that simple notion of just being away from her parents gave her a breath of fresh air and allowed her to experience her first gay relationship out in the open. As she continued to highlight the many benefits of studying abroad that she had found, she highlighted diversity and how it was everywhere. Her professors were all from various different parts of the world, and she had classmates from everywhere around the globe as well, speaking various languages, professing various religions, having her giving her the opportunity to invest in friendships outside of the classroom, either working on projects or just enjoying the social life in Madrid and around the country as well. It was interesting to find out that she's Mexican, and while she was studying abroad, she's often questioned about her life in the United States and the American way of living. She thought of it as an opportunity to share her story as an immigrant in the United States, which was refreshing to hear how she was able to educate her peers about the struggles of the immigrant community, especially that of Mexico. She also wanted to highlight the network that can be achieved and created when you study abroad. Although this can happen in the U.S., studying abroad just simply means that you'll find friends from all over the world. And not to say you can't find that here, but it just increases your chances of finding um, a network of employment when you are seeking that in the future. I can speak from my own experience where you make friends from other parts of the world and you keep in contact with these people, and then you meet up in places where you don't normally have a cup of coffee or get on a plane and see each other, in a different part of the world. The journey through college can be daunting, but there's always going to be resources available to alleviate the pressures that we find and we experience to allow us to allow us to grow and to develop outside of the classroom. My interviewee is a prime example of student who, despite all of the negative implications of her various memberships, she has been able to experience and see how her experiences have contributed to her education and will continue to shape her into an attractive candidate as she prepares to enter the job market. She wanted to uh, make sure that students do seek out study abroad programs and research about the various programs and scholarships out there to help those that need um, the financial aid. But she wanted to highlight the fact that study abroad doesn't necessarily cost as much as most people think it does.